Bitcoin Globe, day 1287. We're counting the days down until the next Bitcoin halving. We may have reached the point that I've talked about in past videos, the snowball point. The point where the entire globe wakes up to Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin globe, and the globe is waking up to Bitcoin. What are we waking up to? We're waking up to the fact that there is a currency that benefits everybody. It's a win-win, in my opinion. If you're a bank, buy some Bitcoin. Your share price will go up. You'll be able to have more of a asset that the value is going up, right? I feel like it benefits banks to buy some Bitcoin. If you're a government, buy some Bitcoin, put that in your reserves. When it goes up to these huge levels, you can use it to distribute to your people or to work on projects that actually matter instead of taxing the people. Instead of taxing the people, central banks and governments, buy a bunch of Bitcoin. You'll make a ton. We'll all make a ton. And then the people that didn't buy Bitcoin or whatever, distribute some of that to them to create some kind of balance so that they, or use it to create projects like build up our roads, build up our infrastructure, use this money. Please don't build any war machines unless there's aliens about to attack. That's the only, and if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Let's build an awesome planet that aliens don't want to destroy, that they want to come visit and use Bitcoin. But I wanted to talk about a few things today. I was a teacher in Malaysia for 2 years at an international school. It was one of the best experiences of my life. The students there made a very positive impact on me and helped me to grow and become what I am. And I hope I passed off. I talked to them about Bitcoin, so here we are. I was always hoping that the Bitcoin I gave them would be enough for them to pay for their college. And that reality may actually, maybe it may actually happen where these students that I gave a little bit of Bitcoin to may be able to pay for the college educations now. The ones that kept it safe and the ones that studied it and paid attention to it, and the students whose parents weren't naysayers and saying all these negative things about Bitcoin. So yeah, that would be great for them to be able to get this college education and whatnot with their Bitcoin. But in Malaysia right now, Maybank, I just found this out. I'm on Facebook, the Malaysia Bitcoin Open group. And today somebody posted it. He was looking for an exchange where to buy Bitcoin with his Maybank, because two of the exchanges there, let me pull up the names real quick. I don't remember them off the top of my head, were essentially not allowing, they blocked Maybank. So it's BitX and Coinbox. And he provided me screenshots, and I passed those screenshots off to well, I couldn't pass off the screenshots to Cointelegraph, but I just wrote them a little blurb. You could check out the screenshots on the Facebook Malaysia open page. And always, like any Bitcoin group that's open, join and see what's going on in particular countries. In Malaysia, their currency isn't doing so well, which is pretty common around the world. Everybody's having to devalue their currency so that they have able to export cheaply or import cheaply. I think it's export cheaply. Their exports are cheaper for us to buy, something to that effect. I'm not an economist, but essentially that's what's happening, right? So their currency is devaluing. As a teacher, I was making 2,500 American dollars when I first started working there in Malaysia. Now I would only be getting paid $2,200 because of their ringgit dropping. So that's a $300 pay cut I would have received simply because their currency is being devalued. That affects me. That affects the people there. This is not good for the people when their currency is being devalued. So what's their option? What can they do? Right now they could buy Bitcoin. And maybe there's some other asset classes, but I don't think any of them are as powerful as Bitcoin. And because the global snowball effect that we may be witnessing, the snowball may be rolling at this point. We may be rolling towards those astronomical levels, rolling up to the moon. The snowball is getting bigger as we roll up to the moon, and we may reach that point where Bitcoin is worth the current value of $1 million now, $1 billion now. We're bringing Bitcoin to billions as a globe. The Bitcoin globe is bringing Bitcoin to billions, right? That is our goal here. And it's not just billions of people. This is the current $1 billion value of the USD. Maybe whatever is maybe 1,000 ounces of gold. I want to check that right now. 1,000 ounces of gold to USD is, I can't do the math here. So 1 ounce is 1,000. Yeah, I'm not going to do the math on that, but I like to keep things flowing in this rant without breaking it up too much. But like 1,000 ounces of gold, or the current value of $1 billion right now is where we're bringing Bitcoin, and that may be happening. Maybe going back to Maybank. So Maybank has been blocking these Bitcoin exchanges in Malaysia. Now, is that going to be effective? No. I mean, for every exchange you shut down, 3 more are going to pop up, and some of them are going to be scams, and your Malaysian people are going to be getting scammed because these fake exchanges are going to be popping up. And I don't know, maybe these two that were blocked by Malaysia were fake exchanges, or maybe they were running out of Bitcoin, or maybe there's something else going on. I don't know all the facts. I haven't contacted Maybank, so let me be clear about that. I do not know what's going on. I merely know the information I was given through the Malaysian Facebook open group in the screenshots, which was basically saying that Maybank has closed the accounts down of those 2 exchanges that were operating there, right? So who knows if they're doing something nefarious or against the law? I don't know. It's not regulated in Malaysia yet. That's why regulation should be helping the people out. Instead of trying to regulate to block Bitcoin, regulate to help your people out so they're not getting scammed on these Bitcoin exchanges, which is going to be harder and harder and harder because people are going to be more and more desperate for Bitcoin. And it's going to be hard to find soon. You may not be able to get it, so you're going to have to go to an altcoin, which altcoins are great and all, and maybe some of them will get a boost from it being hard to find Bitcoin. But I feel like Bitcoin may begin to drain into some of the altcoin market caps, because why are you going to want so-and-so coin if you could buy Bitcoin and Bitcoin is continuing to perform well? You're going to want to try to find that Bitcoin and get that Bitcoin. If you're like in America and you have an insured exchange like Coinbase, then you're just going to buy the Bitcoin. You're not going to worry about altcoins because Bitcoin's where the money is. It's the first global decentralized currency, digital currency. And we may be at that point right now where it's starting to snowball. We may not be. Bitcoin is risky. The price could go down, but that's not what we're here to predict. We're here to predict the moon. We want to know that day when the rocket has taken off, and people in India are like, the price of Bitcoin in India is, just for example, it's not here yet, but Bitcoin price in India is $100,000 today. I'm gonna go to India, and it's only 90,000 in US. Sure, there'll be some sort of arbitrage, but when Bitcoin starts becoming limited, arbitrage is not going to be so easy to do, because people are just going to be holding on to it and using it directly. That's it for this video. Trying to keep them short. I could go on that tangent, but losing energy, and I want to keep the energy positive and short and quick for you guys. Have a great day. Probably be making other videos. This is a day I just want to stay in and watch the Bitcoin news and watch the Bitcoin prices and see what's going on in the Bitcoin space. Feel free to contact me, subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment. Have a great day.